Hello everyone, my name is Christian. Welcome back to Tekpon. Today our guest is Michael, the sales team leader at Edrone. Hello.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. Please tell
Nice
us
to
what
meet
your
you.
company does.
Okay, my name is Michael. I'm the sales manager, sales team leader in Edrone, so tool dedicated for e-commerce, for clients who want to understand the customer's behavior quite deeply. We can say that. Yeah, just complex tool for e-commerce who deliver the customer's knowledge about the user's behavior, and this knowledge we can use to engage our customers using marketing automation strategy, pop-up strategy, social proof strategy. So just to sum it up, it's tool addressed for e-commerce to clients who would like to, let's say, boost ROI, increase the sales basket, etc. Yeah.
So what would you say is the biggest problem that you solve for your clients?
Well, starting back from not maybe the history, 5 or 6 years ago, on the market, we have some huge companies that deliver, let's say, plugins for marketing automation, but it was some kind of combine tool that you install and integrate everything, and it takes, I don't know, 2 or 3 or 4 months, sometimes more.
Okay.
Our clear vision, our clear mission was to deliver ready to use and quite complex tool with a really initiative tool for people with a really nice UX that they can use. Yeah. Collecting the data about the user's behavior, of course, and gives them the knowledge, how to engage the customers, because both we know, I think, that the majority of the problem of the not only small and medium and big e-commerce is not only concentrate about acquiring new traffics, comes from, let's say, Google ads, SEO optimization or Facebook ads, but to, let's say, do everything what they can to repeat customers back. Yeah, we can say that.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. I now understand better. What would you say are the top 3 features of the product?
Well, I think that we have plenty of features, so it's tough to say that only 3 features, but I think I can sum up the top 3, and the first, of course, abandoned recovery cards. So let's say the huge problem still in a lot of small and medium companies who would like to save some kind of baskets because they see that there is the huge problem with finalizing the transaction. The second, I think, that we can match is some kind of refer a friend marketing automation scenario. So if we have a happy customers, why they not share the knowledge about the shop and about the product that they buy inside the store? So it's kind of refer a friend. So we send a kind of affiliate link. If the customer is happy, they can, let's say, join to this option that we offer.
Okay.
And of course, there is the win-win situation. We can say that. So the customer who received this link can buy the product cheaper, and of course, the client who sell to this link also can grab some kind of extra discount. Yeah. So I will say that this is the second feature. And of course, the feature that is still in the process, we can say that is a kind of voice assistant of Edrone. So we deliver some kind of ready-to-use voice assistant that the clients can put and install to the shop, that can offer option to their customer, like not only texting to the shop, but generally speaking with the shop, asking the product that they would like to choose, etc. Yeah, so I'm really proud about it because this is our newest child, we can say, inside the Edrone. It's still on the process, it's still on the table. We took some kind of donation to create and prepare this tool. So I'm really happy that finally, probably in the few months, we can offer the clients not only the POC, but the full option to use this.
That's awesome. And what are the use cases of the product? Who can use it exactly?
Well, I think we not only concentrate about the small, medium, and big clients. I will say that this tool can use the client who would like to understand the customer more. Yeah, what they buy, why they buy, how often they buy, and of course they can use some kind of marketing automation strategies to engage these customers, to support them if they don't understand well the product, etc., etc. Yeah, so we address our product to the customers who would like to understand the client's behavior more. But of course, I would like to say that the majority of the clients that use our tool are clients that comes from the branch, like of course fashion, so shoes. Of course, it can be also the pharmacy, the beauty fashion. So I will say the shops inside that the customer can often come back to the store, yeah, because this is the main mission that we offer to our customer.
And what is your favorite customer success story? A story where you help them.
I've been
improve.
here over, let's say, 6 years and 10 months. So as a sales leader, I will say that every 500 clients that I sign are these clients, of course.
Yeah.
But I think there is the one special, one or maybe two that I'm really proud of. So the one is the clients from Romania that I remember had conversations at their headquarters. They installed the plugin on Monday, and the revenue, the abandoned and the safe abandoned carts was visible after 2 days, which makes me really proud because, well, especially in our times when the customers would like to see the effects as soon as possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah, after 2 days, when you see that the tool can deliver you the revenue, it's really amazing, and I'm really proud about it. And I think also another story, which also comes from the clients from Romanian market, that we buy a really nice contract, and I'm really proud about it because it was too long with the legal perspective, etc., etc. But finally, clients was really happy to sign and start the journey with data and engaging the customers.
Fantastic. And what integrations do you offer?
Well, we offer, let's say, plug-and-play integration with the mostly of, let's say, international platform that are visible and the clients use this. I mean, Magento, of course, Shopify, VTEX from Latin market, because I've never mentioned that we are also active on the Latin market, on the Brazilian market. This is the second market on the Edrone, so of course. So ready to go, plugin is the integration that you can just, well, install the plugin, follow the instruction. It takes you sometimes 15, sometimes 20 minutes to install and start using the system. But of course, when you are on the custom platform, it's not a problem. We also can integrate if you have some kind of technical stuffs based on the API. And right now we also have some kind of fresh integration relates to the Google Tag Manager. I mean, quite similar to integrate, yes, which is also quite nice to use.
And how about the pricing? What's the pricing for
Edrone? The pricing is, let's say, flexible. So the small, medium, and the big companies can start using the same features that we offer inside the system. But, well, the starting price is about 250 euros monthly. And of course, I would say that it's tough to say there is a limit because if the clients comes to us and would like to upload, I don't know, the million of the database, it's not a problem for us. Of course, we can handle with it. But I will say that the medium and the average clients pay, let's say, 400 or 500 euros per month. Yeah. So.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. I'd love to know how competitive is your market and how you differentiate.
Well, I mean, Going back to the history, it's really competitive because we start, of course, from competitive with the huge companies like Eloqua, Emarsis, etc., etc. But right now, I think we still compete with the, let's say, tool only for email marketing. So, I mean, this is not maybe the problem for us because we offer a lot of features that not only relates to the email marketing channel, but this is not maybe the problem, but we try to educate our customers that using marketing automation tool or maybe using newsletter tool is not only for sending the newsletter, it's for, let's say, segmentation, using some kind of different things like recency, frequency, and monetary segmentation, for example, segmentation, what exactly customers are taking care inside your shop, etc., etc. So I will say that it's quite competitive, of course, but you know, if you have some kind of unique selling points and you operate, let's say, not maybe a kind of niche, but only address the product to the e-commerce that operates on the B2C customers, it's easier.
Awesome. And now more on the company side, if you're familiar with the story, I'd love to know the story of the company. When was it started, the idea, and when you joined?
Sure. So, I mean, in 2016, 2017, the Edrone was set up. And this story is, I think, quite incredible because Edrone has two co-founders, and these two co-founders, of course, start with normal, let's say, performers or marketing agency like social media, offering the profile on the Facebook, etc., etc. And they starting receiving the feedback from the market that, hey, we would like to have some kind of really nice complex tools for e-commerce to collecting the data, and of course to will be quite simple, like plug-and-play scenarios that you can, let's say, use quite fast, to observe the effects. Our two co-founders graduate the fine art, which is quite also interesting.
Yes.
So at the very beginning, the main focus was to build the system really nice, really, I will say, really nice to use, of course, with a nice layout, when everything is quite easy. Why? I think it was a really simple answer because the majority of the clients right now have 2 or sometimes 3 people inside the marketing department. So they do multitasking every day. So this is the problem, that using some kind of old marketing automation tool that you, for example, install and launch the one feature, and as I mentioned, based on the HTML or product feed, it takes you a lot of months sometimes. So that was some kind of key vision to, let's say, escalate the members, the co-founders to build the tool. Of course, I'm here from 2017. So let's say when the product was on the market, let's say 5, maybe 6 months. So I can see right now during all this story and during all these years, how Edrone develop, what function we add, what channel of communication, of course, we add to, let's say, being focused on not only 1 or 2 or 3 channel of communication, but give our customers, let's say, all the option of the channel that they can find them customers.
And did you start as a salesperson?
Exactly, in 2016 in October. That was the time that I start selling Edrone.
And how big is the sales team right now and the overall team?
Okay, so right now overall team, I think it's about 140 people. I remember when I started, it was let's say maybe 20 people, 20, 25 people.
Okay.
So it was really nice. It's really nice journey to observe how fast, of course, the company is developing. Sales team right now is about 20, 25. It depends on, because the sales team is, of course, not only the account executive, but also the SDR team. So we are really focused to be active on the market. So we not only based on the inbound strategy, we generally based on the outbound strategy, because as you can probably imagine, speaking with the customers about maintaining contact with the client is, let's say, something new still. So the majority of the small and medium shops are only focused to acquire new traffics, which is of course fine, yeah, because if they not do this, they will finish
Yes.
running the business. But
Yeah.
of course, the whole process that we conduct in the Edrone company based on the education, ask, let's say, good question, sometimes more comfortable, sometimes not comfortable, to challenge the people what they do exactly with their customers, how can they engage, yeah, what they do, yeah, to maintaining the contact, not only till when they make the purchase, yeah, because this is the most important thing. This is our mission, yeah. So that's how it is. I mean, yeah, and it's still developing, of course, because we are open for, let's say, being active on another market, because Edrone right now is active on the mostly central and the east market, of course, European market.
Yeah.
The Brazilian market, as I mentioned, is also really important for us. And we are open for, let's say, I don't know, expanding the new markets, learn about how people can use the system, because as you can probably imagine, when you have the tool, that there is plenty of features. Some kind of them use, let's say, 25, 30%, 60% of the tool, but they have the different goals, of course.
Yep.
Yeah. So sometimes the main goal is save abandoned carts and send the segment newsletter to their customers. Sometimes it's using marketing machine recommendations, so recommendation that personalize the client's website. Of course, this is also on our channel. So yeah.
And I'd love to know, what was your biggest challenge since joining the company?
Well, during this 7 years, probably it was a lot of challenges that we have. At the very beginning, maybe I can say that when I joined to the Edrone company, after 2 days, my boss, my CEOs came to me and say, "Hey, this is the client. Let's make up the demo," which was, to be honest, challenging, of course, and demanding. I was really happy that it was the challenge at the very beginning, because I know that if you challenge quite fast and you have a lot of challenges on your activities, it can help you to achieve more and more. But I will say every single customers that I acquire, and then we acquire as a company, of course, that was a challenge, yeah, because the clients are different. Sometimes they buy different story, different aspect of the tool, because sometimes they buy, let's say, solve their problems. Sometimes they buy the idea that they can do this, yeah, that they need to engage their customers after sale, yeah, which is not still, as I mentioned, quite obvious. So yeah, I will say that every day is a kind of challenge that we face on, because the client's need, the client's expectation are not the same. I mean, during all these years, we can say that they are more educated. They know what they would like to achieve. And this is the conversation that we have every day, which is fine, because when the clients would like to know how can they achieve their goals, it's really nice, because we can build a strategy We operate some kind of professional language. We operate on the quite metrics that we can compare to the different clients that we have inside the portfolio. But I will say that still the challenging and the demanding is the process for education. Yeah, for asking the clients appropriate question, challenging them. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, I will sum up that there is a plenty of options.
Yeah, you mentioned it a couple of times, so yeah, education is still okay.
Exactly.
And I was curious to know what was your most successful strategy for acquiring customers, for getting new clients.
Sure. So we have some kind of nice pitch that we repeat, and I think during this 7 years we, let's say, fix everything step by step, of course.
Okay.
But I will say that it works like that. The first is, of course, analyze the client's account, asking a couple of questions to show the client's altitude, the client's knowledge of the e-commerce, how they cooperate, do they use some kind of source of communication or not, do they support the agency or not, do they build the, let's say, community, which is also quite important, of course. So this is some kind of first 15 or 20 minutes that we take care about the customers. And of course, after that, we starting presenting the tool by sharing the screen, presenting the features, presenting the solutions. And of course, finally, when we see that clients feel that it's really important for them to start collecting the data, making the segmentation using marketing automation, we follow to the let's say next step of the sales process, which is of course sending the offer, creating a nice sum up based on the video art. It's really important and really nice tool that we are starting using. I mean, probably a few months ago, and we see how people's reaction is when they see not only the quite short sum up, like this is the price, this is the features, but when you sum up like
with a video.
Yeah, of course. Like saying hello, sum up what their challenges have, and give the solution is really, really nice.
Okay, thank you for sharing. And now more on the personal side. Please tell us how you started your career.
Well, I started my career in 2011. I graduated the political science on the Jagiellonian University. So I will say that after the politology or political science, you have probably 2 or 3 ways to follow. So first is the journalist, second is the sales person, and the third is being politics, which is not the appropriate cup of tea that I would like to follow. So I start, let's say at the very beginning to be some kind of, let's say, telephone marketer. I will say that. Right now, this company is not existing. It was before the, let's say, Google Maps. So it was a really beginning when I started.
Oh, wow.
So that was the first challenges to being let's say focus on calling 60, 70 times every day, which was quite energetic, of course, and exhausted things. After that, I grew up. I mean, I was responsible for selling advertising for the horizontal, let's say, the most popular website on the Polish market. After that, I go back to one of the marketing automation tool also, but not from the sales perspective, but from the support perspective, which was, and it was huge challenge to change the place. And to see how it looks on the different sites, not only to acquire a client, but to maintaining contact, to create the strategy. After that, it was, of course, the media house. So I think I also had some kind of nice insights, how create the media plan, how to engage customers. It was not only the offline customer, but online customer, but offline customer. And right now, I'm full focus of helping clients and managing the team, focus on marketing automation and only dedicate for e-commerce. Yeah.
Super happy for you. And what will be your best piece of advice for a starting salesperson?
Well, I will say be really patient and not give up every day, because in every situation you can find something new that helps you to being more successful. Sales, being sales job it's a kind of normal job. So I mean, normal job like that you need to learn a lot, not only the typical knowledge from e-commerce or from the branch that you're representative, but being sales representative is a combining, I think, three things. So learn and develop knowledge from the branch, learn and develop how to, let's say, presenting the tool, fighting with objections, because this is some kind of daily routines that you have contact every day. Not to give up, as I said, be patient. The result comes. You need to be really focused on that, not to give up, especially when the clients say no, 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 which is at the very beginning quite obvious thing. And I think this is the most important keys for being success inside the sales. And yeah, that's it.
I appreciate you sharing the advice. And now I have one last question. You
Sure.
already mentioned you really like the Vidyard, but apart from that, what other software would you recommend to other people?
Well, from my, let's say, field, from e-commerce, not only sales maybe person, but the people who would like to know exactly what technology client use. Client, I mean e-commerce, small and medium entrepreneur. It can be, of course, similar web. Of course, it could be built with. This is the tool that I use every day that shows me the level of awareness, let's say, of the clients. Yeah, so do they use some kind of, I don't know, real-time marketing campaign or provider, or they use, for example, the Facebook pixel, which is quite obvious, of course, to being on the Facebook. So I will say that, yeah, this is the tool that I use every day. And of course, yeah, Vidyard that I mentioned, yeah, of course, which is really, really nice tool for making the presentation. Yeah, and I think Quake also to give me the perspective, yeah, about the popular site of the companies, etc.
Thank you. Is there anything else that you want to mention on today's podcast?
Well, I will say that, especially from the sales perspective, yeah, and from the e-commerce perspective, this is the branch and the category of the industry that is developing really, really fast. So if you are starting your career or you would like to change something in your life, do not hesitate to start building your career inside the e-commerce. There is plenty of options that you can use, not only from, let's say, being active on the advertisement place, but also for building the shops. There is no alternative, I mean, from e-commerce. E-commerce is developing really, really fast. So do not hesitate. There is a lot of, let's say, VOD course that you can, well, take care on, just buy and learn and more. I think in all of the branch are taking care also to preparing some kind of blogs with the articles, etc. So there is a lot of free knowledge that the people can learn about, and yeah, not to give up and go for the right direction.
Thank you so much for joining. You did great.
Thank you very much. Enjoy and bye-bye.